So in this video, we're going to be rearranging formulae. We're going to be making the variable that is in the square bracket the subject of the formula in each of these cases. So starting off with y equals 3x take away 2, and we want to make x the subject. So first of all, let's get that minus 2 over to the other side. So we're going to add 2 to both sides. So y plus 2 is equal to 3x. So the whole point here is you want to isolate the x. Okay, so you want to get x by itself. And then we're going to divide both sides by 3. So we now have x by itself. And I'm just going to rewrite it so we've got x equals y plus 2 over 3. And now x is the subject of the formula. Right, let's go with number 2. Y equals AT plus 9. So we want to isolate t. So let's subtract 9 from both sides first. Now we're almost there, but we've got this AT rather than just t. So I'm going to divide both sides by a. And I now have t equals. So let's write it around this way. T is equal to y minus 9 over a. And now t is the subject of the formula. Right, number 3, we have m equals x take away 6y. M equals x, take away 6y, and we want to make y the subject. Now, you can do this in a couple of different ways. Because of that minus sign there, we can either subtract the x from both sides first, or we could add 6y to both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in 2 different ways, and then you can kind of choose which way you would like to do it. So let's say I subtracted the x from both sides first. So m take away x, and I've got left the minus 6y. Then I can divide both sides by the minus 6. And so now I've got y as the subject of the formula. Okay? Now, I don't particularly like having this dividing by minus 6. So you could multiply top and bottom by minus 1. And what that'll do is it will give you minus m plus x over 6. Which you could then write as x take away m over 6. So you could write it that way round. And that would probably be neater. The alternative, as I said, was we could add the 6y onto the left-hand side and subtract the m from both sides as well. And I've done that in one motion. So I've added 6y to the other side, I've subtracted m from both sides, and then I'm left with this, and then I could divide through by the 6. And I get precisely the same answer in that neater form. So rearranging first, get the 6y onto the other side first, and then subtract through by the m, that's probably going to be neater in the long run. But again, it's up to you. Both of those versions were acceptable. Right, number 4, we have p squared equals 3q plus by. And I want to make y the subject. Now, because I've already got that plus there, I'm not going to subtract by from both sides. Okay? So I would subtract the 3q from both sides to isolate the by. So p squared minus 3q is by. And then to get y equals, I just divide through by the b. So p squared minus 3q divided by b is equal to y. So if I write it this way round, y is the subject of the formula.